I have done a video talking about how the Premier League is a two-horse race between Manchester City and Arsenal. And you guys have not taken it lightly. You guys have come so hard on me. You guys have really come in and thrown stones on me like nobody's business. You are telling me that I am assuming Aston Villa, that I am underrating Aston Villa. Some of you guys are saying that I do not understand why Aston Villa should be taken serious, that in fact it is Arsenal that is not going to be on that race, that is going to be Aston Villa and Manchester City. And some of you guys have told me it's because Aston Villa has beaten Manchester City and Arsenal. You've told me a lot of things. But look, this is football. And football, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. And my opinion is based on a couple of things. Number one, I have seen the Premier League for the longest time, since 2002-03. That's when I started watching the Premier League when I was very young. And I've seen how the Premier League is. It doesn't go off, the traditional top 6 teams. And it only does that once in a while. For instance, in 2015-2016, when Leicester City won. And I've looked at what Aston Villa has done, and they've done a very good job. And they are playing so well. In fact, kudos to Unai Emery and the team. They are playing so well. Give it to them. But I want to remind you that last season, we had Nottingham Forest that was playing so well. In fact, most people thought that Nottingham Forest was going to get a spot on the Champions League, which they didn't. Most people had put them on the title conversation, but they didn't end up winning. So my argument is Aston Villa is a good team, yes, but you never know what's going to happen on this second leg. Can they concentrate to the last second? Aston Villa has got a lot of matches, and these matches are including the Europa League, and it really brings in a lot of pressure. And we even saw it from last season when they were playing on the Champions League, where we thought that they were really doing good, and then they ended up not, winning anything from that very good performance that they had. So that's why, for me, I feel like I will not want to put them on that title race, discussion, or them being amongst the favorites to win. But I stand to be proved wrong. If they go ahead and win, then it's going to be that instance where one team that is lower ranked is going to go ahead and, of course, be able to win. Because this is the Premier League, and the Premier League, every team is a good team. And in fact, I don't know who actually ranked these teams as, big 6, and then the rest follows there. But what I can tell you for a fact, anything is possible on the Premier League. But looking on the level of which Manchester City, the number of players that they've got, the depth, all right, comparing to even Arsenal, squad and the depth, you cannot compare it with Aston Villa cannot compare the depth with Arsenal and Manchester City. And that is the reason as to why, because their players will be playing so many matches and the pressure kicks in. And that is my argument. And I feel like they can actually prove me wrong. They can actually go ahead and be able to win this Premier League. Very possible. But for me, I still feel like the race is between those two teams, either Manchester City or Arsenal. And they've been there for the last 4 seasons. Both of these two teams, Manchester City and Arsenal. In fact, the only team that is not yet there because of the struggling is Liverpool. They've been on that conversation. And it has always gone in between either Manchester City, Liverpool, between those two. Arsenal has always come in as number 2 on, for the last 3 seasons. So I feel like it is going to be that race between Manchester City and Arsenal. But still, I stand to be corrected. I stand to be proved wrong. If Aston Villa goes ahead and win, well and good. Kudos and congratulations to them. Anyway, it is what it is. You can actually give your own opinion, what you think it's allowed. And that is what football is supposed to be.